So here we are. I've just done a fill up of fuel, and I was told over the tannoy that I'm not allowed to use the fill up and go on a motorbike. And do you want to know why? The reason being, apparently, is because I might drop the phone onto the forecourt, which will cause a spark, which will set the whole place on fire. Now, I've used it loads of times here anyway, using my phone, in other stations as well. And I said, what's the difference in the car then? He said, people in the car, get this, people using their car won't drop it. I said, people in the car will open their window and push their phone outside the window, and they're not allowed to, she said. Not allowed to? Please, who's going to stop them? Anyway, I think she's obviously read the rule book, or a new person in, something like that, but anyway. Not that I was all that bothered, I don't mind getting off the bike to do it. Really means no difference to me. Apart from just that little bit of, 2 minutes of inconvenience. But, yeah, not really a plausible answer, is it, to give? Saying that I could drop the phone, which will cause a spark, right, even though it's in a rubber case, that doesn't cause sparks. And set fire to the whole place. Okay, I'll take that under advisement for next time. Oh man. But anyway, she tried to give her best of an answer. It's okay to do it in the car because people don't put their phones outside the window, they keep it in the car. No, they don't. Because the QR box is too big and if sharp too small on the screen, it wouldn't read it, so therefore they would have to get closer. What a beautiful, beautiful February day. 10 degrees, the sun is out, little clouds are high. What can I say? You just got to get out on the bike. So anyway, I'm just going to use a little trip. I'm going to head out to Newton's Corner, have a cup of tea maybe, have a chat with anybody that's up there. And come back again. Morning. Hello. What are we doing, Mr. Policeman? I don't know why he sat there. Unfortunately, I didn't have the camera on this morning, but it was a old, silver, beautiful condition Carmen gear that came past me. I just realised I didn't have the camera on. Shame that. I'll find the picture and plonk it in within this video, so you know what I mean for those of you that have never seen one before. The James Dean car, that's what it was. Oh joy. Take forever to get through Reigate now. Well, actually, probably not. Oh, there you go, only 1 out of 2. Okay. That's right, pal, you just butt in. That's a GS rider, what do you expect? Look at the size of those boxes. They're massive. I do like the GS, in fairness. Humongous boxes on there. I mean, they do stick out far further than where you think they might be from the front. I mean, what? Even further than handlebar width, is that? Let's have a look. Let's get right behind him. Yep. Even further out than handlebar width. Looking to get new tyres actually. I found some on the old eBay. There's a set, matching set, front and rears. Michelin PR4s. which is nice. So I could actually have those delivered for, what was it, 237 quid I think it is. Free delivery. And then there's a place that's quite local that do call out fitting. So I'm quite happy to take the wheels off, and then all I have to do is call them out and say fit those. I didn't put the wheels on myself, so actually could work out fairly cheap-ish. Oh, this is a new Mazda, isn't it? MX-5. That's a shockingly bad rear end. Really is. They've really ruined the look. I'm sure the chassis is just as good, the engine is just as good, but man alive. Yeah. No, thank you very much. That's my personal opinion anyway. Actually, whilst we're heading this way, there's a I'm not sure if it's a Facebook or is it local news on the internet. I was really on my Time ad, and it was to do with the junction here. Yes, so they talk about the Westcott to Dorking Road, or Dorking to Westcott, depending on which way you go, which will be going, of course, the Dorking to Westcott way. In a minute, when I get around the other side of Dorking here, there's a junction which they put in with traffic lights. And everybody is complaining about it, and rightly so, to be honest, because it's a horrendous junction. The queues that you get, especially coming from Westcott in towards Dorking, I mean, it can tail back a good sort of 20-30 cars or more because of these lights. Because the thing is, the lights are green, and obviously the cars then will start filtering, trying to get in through Dorking, which is just a nice little narrow lane. And it's just horrendous. And people are, the thing is that before those lights were in, there was a little mini roundabout, and there was never any problems at all. The traffic was just nicely free flowing because you didn't have to stop at all. If it was clear, obviously you go like we normally do. Since these lights have been in, I mean, especially weekends, I mean, it's just diabolical. Unless of course you catch it at a good time, maybe lunchtime, something like that, then it's okay. But otherwise, you could just be sat there, especially in cars. I mean, it's horrendous for cars. Not so much for the motorbikes, because obviously we can filter down the outside a bit, nice and carefully, of course. But yeah. So anyway, I'll come back to that when we actually get there. Careful, lady. There's a crossing just up about here. Duh. Just go through a red light, mate, I would. Anyway, as I was saying about this junction, it's this is part of it. This is all one-way system, of course. So cars can start queuing up from roundabouts here, or sometimes even further back. Actually, I don't know why, but it's pretty good today. And these are the lights that we're talking about. Now here used to be a roundabout, so of course you just come down here, to a quick look to the right, nothing coming, off you go. And likewise from any other direction. But now with these lights here, it is just a nightmare. Gosh, I can't believe the traffic's, I must have hit the sweet spot somewhere. And I'm not kidding you. The worst I've seen, and I was stuck in the car as well, When I first had to brake and come to a stop, I wasn't this far back. I wasn't even this far back. I was even further back than this. Further back than this. See where the hill is? The brow? Just there. So we're all the way tailed to this point here. I must have been about here. And I don't know how long it took to get to those traffic lights. And then through Dorking, it was just a nightmare. So, local council, all you got to do, take the lights out, put a roundabout in. Problem solved. Thank you very much. I thought you might be somehow. Abinger Hammer pub up there, it's very nice. And the Stefford Langton as well. Anybody you know this area? Go give them a try, nice food. Well, they always used to be anyway, good food. Abinger Hammer is anyway. Oh sorry, the Abinger Hatch, as it's called. Really nice food in there. There's a Facebook page opened up for VFR1200. I think that's all it's called actually. And people just posting pictures up and their thoughts and ideas and questions. One guy's put on there about thinking of organising a VFR1200 owners ride around the Barcelona area. So I thought that could be quite nice. So I dropped my little note about saying interested. Send some details when you thought about it more. Now, it's not just I'm going to ride all the way down to Barcelona, then ride around Barcelona, and ride all the way back again, because that's a heck of a long ride. I think I can get a ferry, can't I? Somewhere down to close to there. Maybe. And ride along and meet up. It'd be nice to ride in some beautiful warm sunshine. Emphasis on the word warm. Oh, it's the lure. Here's the subject to talk about: unmarked police cars. Now, I do travel on the good old M25 every day. Mostly not all that far, but I still have to do it. And lately I've been seeing Fords, as in the, what was it, the ST model, or I don't know, it's like the sporty one, whatever it is, the Focus. An Audi 2 Series, the sport one, BMWs. The only reason I'm talking about this is because it reminds me of the BMW up there. What else has there been lately? Well, Audi A3. What else? And there was an unmarked Range Rover. No, not Range Rover. No, yes, it was a Range Rover. I thought that's a little unfair. Not the high speed. But, there seems to be quite a lot of them around the southern part of the M25. Peeps, just so you know. Lately, in the last 2-3 weeks, I've seen one at least twice every week. And I'll tell you what, it's even more difficult to spot nowadays. That's a nice Harley, hello mate. They're even more difficult to spot. Before, they used to see the aerials. It used to be a quad with aerials on top of the roof or somewhere. Now you've got to look closely for the little lights in the back or on the side just above the wheel arches. That's a little clue. Yeah, so anyway, lots of them around. I think they must be doing a bit of a clampdown on the old M25. Maybe. I don't know.
That's all, folks.